Hey guys, so today I'm here and I'm going to be doing a quick little paranormal story time. This is actually one of the first ever paranormal type of ghost experiences that I ever had. This is going back a few years, but I definitely wanted to start this off on one of my first ever experiences ever. I'm going to get into a whole series of different videos, but I'd like to say that I do really believe that I am like a haunted person, and again, I'm going to get into that in other videos which will be up soon, but without further ado, let's just get into it. So this is going back a number of years. I was about in the 7th grade, so I wasn't that young, but I wasn't too old either. I'm going to say I was probably 11 or 12. So I was old enough to remember pretty clearly. Now, this is a weird story time, so I am going to change the name. Either way, this person to me was like an aunt, and I always believed that she was an aunt. I found out when I was older, obviously, that we weren't really blood related, but she was more like family than family. Alright, so to go on with it, the day before this happens, I do see this woman who is like my aunt, and I love her. I'm super excited. I see her. She comes around all the time. You know, just a big person in my life. Sadly, the next day I get a call, and actually sadly I'm the one that answers the phone. At the time, only home phones, you know, there's no caller ID or anything, at least we didn't have it. I answered it to hear a call from her mother at the time that she has passed on. I actually at first thought it was a joke, and I did take it really hard that she passed, especially since I saw her the day before. This is important for you guys to note. But I really didn't think it to be real, and it really hurt, especially being that young. And during that time, I had a lot of people pass around that age in my family, so it just felt like I was losing somebody else. So I was really upset, and I had to take that call and then hand it off to a parent. So that it hurt so bad. So that night, I ended up sleeping down on the couch. And I did that a lot, actually, throughout middle school and high school. I loved sleeping on the couch, watching TV, doing all that. I just had a lot of fun. I love sleeping on couches, even still to this day. I don't know why, I just do. But this is important to note. I wasn't there by myself. I also had a parent there as well, and they were on the other couch. We had a love seat, which is the one I slept on, and then a 3-seater one, which is what my mom was sleeping on. That night, I was really upset that night, and I was laying there and I was watching TV. I got to, I was staying up late and all that, even though it was a school night. I wasn't going the next day. Just truly upset. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk about this. I'm going to get into something at the end too, which I might share. But as I was laying there and I was watching TV, I suddenly got, you ever just get like a really weird feeling all of a sudden? And it wasn't bad, I felt different. And while I was laying there, I went to turn on the couch, and I was facing then towards the wall so I could still see the TV if I looked down this way. But all of a sudden, I see her, plain as day. Plain as day, she's in front of me. It doesn't even look like a spirit. The only way I can take and describe her is if it's a person. If you ever do Photoshop or anything and you turn the saturation down, that is what she looked like. It looked like I could literally reach out and touch her. She just looked kind of more like sunken in, and she already was thin, but she looked kind of just more sunken in, and she just looked like somebody turned the saturation down on her, where she looked more like kind of grayed. And she just was like literally standing there, like kind of like looking over at me. I got so scared that I was literally like, I was paralyzed. I didn't even move until eventually when I did, I just kind of went like this to like wake up like my mom. And like I said, I'm going to get into this in a minute. And then I don't really remember anything until falling asleep. I just remember suddenly waking up the next day. That is what I remember. I remember being so scared, I literally fell asleep. Well, this is the weird thing. As for a while, I wondered, did it actually happen? You know, was I so upset? Maybe I dreamt it. Maybe it was just like a really like lucid dream. Well, the weird thing is we bumped into her daughter not that long ago. And it kind of jogged up the memory, and I was talking and saying like, oh, like I remember like it was so real. I thought it was real, but maybe it was just a dream because I was so upset. And then the most messed up part is that like I'm getting looked at like pure white, just pure white over her face, looking at me like, no, like that really happened. You remembered that? Because again, I was like 11 or 12. I'm 25 now. I'm going to be 26 soon. And the look, I can't describe, just the, like, you know when you, like, you could tell you just hit somebody and you know, and it just hit them right in their gut and they don't know what to say. Like, that was the look that I was being given. Like, no, like, that happened, like, you remember that? And it, ever since, I can't get it out of my head. Like, I have like goosebumps, all my hair is raising up because I think about it, because at first I really believed it was, then I was like, maybe I was this young, I put it off as like, you know, maybe you were just so upset, you thought, you know, you thought you saw it, whatever, and but it didn't happen. And then come to find out, like, it did happen. Like, and it wasn't just me, like, being weird. It was just like, I literally got so terrified. I literally just fell asleep. We try not to really talk about it too much. It tends to make a lot of people really uncomfortable. So it just kind of like gets weird. But that was my first experience ever. Now, to get into what I was talking about is, I was writing down a list, you know, of different things that I was kind of thinking about. Should I share? Should I not share? Blah, blah, blah. Well, on this side of my bed, I have this whole end stand, this, that, and the other. Actually, I might grab it in a minute. But, actually, no, I shouldn't, just in case. While I was going through stuff, mind you, I never knew I had a picture of her, like, especially nonetheless in my stuff. I was just randomly going through to try to find, like, an extra pen and whatnot in that drawer, and I swear I just went through that drawer not that long ago. Okay, I don't know where this came from, but it was like it was a sign for me to talk about this, is I found a picture of her. And it was almost like it was like a sign being like, I'm still watching you. You can talk about it. It's good. I thought about showing the picture, but I really don't know if that'd be appropriate, especially because, like, I didn't get permission from the family and all that, so that might not be right. And she's got kids, and they have kids, so I probably shouldn't do that. I found the picture either way, like, and it was just, it makes me feel weird now, because when I'm filming this, this only happened to me 2 days ago, and it was so weird. I literally had to tell my friend about it. I was like, listen, this is what happened, because she knows what happened and all my different experiences and all that. We've been best friends since we were 3, so she knows everything. So it was just really, like, it was just really weird timing. But yeah, I wanted to get on here and share with you guys. This was kind of one of my more, like, harder, more personal stories. But that was my first experience that I ever remember have happened, and it was just a lot. It was a lot, and still remember to this day, it literally looked like it was just her. It wasn't no shadows. Literally looked like I could touch her. But yeah, I wanted to get on here and share. If you guys have similar stories or anything else, let me know down below. I love reading your guys' stories, so please share. And thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe if you want more content. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.